This week on Cars and Things Restos, let's get this throttle body on Mako. We'll get into the ECU, load it all up, see if we can make it run.
Welcome to Summit X35. Welcome to Summit X36.
Welcome back to Cars and Things Restos. Well, guys, got some good news. Righto, we finally have a box of parts that we've been waiting for turn up for Mako and the Z. Pretty impressed. Well, I haven't even opened it yet. I know what's in it and I'm pretty happy about it. It has taken a long time to get here. It is Friday the 5th. I ordered this, it is Friday the 5th of July. Actually, it's my mate's birthday. Marky, happy birthday to you. Big old 5-0, mate, you catching me? Okay, yeah, so I ordered this on the 8th of June. I did say January last video, but the 8th of June this year I ordered it. There was a bit of a stuff around, partly my fault for the first week. They didn't get what cam I wanted, and I'll show you what type of cam it was. They rang me, so let's say a week out of that was probably my fault. And then the rest of the time it was sitting in the Australia Post in Melbourne in a backlog apparently. They've told me they went down to the Australia Post where it was picked up from them and went to their local depot, and they went down there and it was sitting on a shelf with a bunch of other stuff that hadn't been sent. And apparently, well, I assume they got stuck into them because they told me that on Wednesday, I think, this week. It is now Friday. So Wednesday, or might have been Tuesday or Wednesday, can't remember. It turned up yesterday, Thursday. So, good on you, Australia Post. You're doing well. Righto, let's get in and have a look at it. Rightio, let's get this box opened and show you what's in there. Probably a lot of people can already guess. Okay. So I just want to state again, I'm not upset with the company that I got this from at all. They did everything they had to do to get this stuff out. Maybe could have followed it up a little bit earlier, but nah, not too worried about it. Alrighty, so here we go. First off the agenda, I love this stuff. In a nice little case and everything. Here we go. Now, all this stuff is actually for Brother's engine, to be honest with you. So there it is, the Aeroflow, whoop, don't you fall, throttle body, 1325, I think it is, CFM. There we go. Yeah, neat bit of gear. Pretty nice. So we'll get that on Mako today. Set all that up. It's pretty nice actually. The whole setup that they make here, Aeroflow. They've gone all out with their packaging. I really like it. That little box. Good stuff, Aeroflow. Okay, the next thing is. We've got our crank bolt for Brother's engine. We've got, I'm pretty sure they should be double row valve springs. Got to get these into Damo. He's got the heads in there. Yep, there they are. So double row valve springs to suit the cam. We've got good collets and caps as well, all Mellings. Oh geez, I didn't realise that. JP double row Tom and train. I'll have to do a bit of clearancing for that. And the big sucker, here it is, the VCM Performance Cam. There it is, and it is a VCM 710. So it's a big ass cam. I can't remember. Frigate, let's just open it up and pull the cam card, eh? It's got to go into Grant. If I get in there today, I'm going to take it into Grant and Camo and give it to them, because I want to get cam bearings put in to the block, and get it all balanced. So I'll get Grant and Camo to do that for us, and I've got to get the valve springs and everything into Damo. Well, here it is. There it is. VCM 710, and we've got a duration of 286 and 287 with advertised duration at 50 is 232 to 234, and a lift of 590 to 596. Not quite as big as what I've got in Mako. Mako's got bigger lift, but this is the critical part here. Lobe separation 110. That's what's going to give us the chop. It's going to make it sound mean as piss. It's going to be cool as. We want it to have a real nice lope, if you want to call it that. So there we are. That's all good. So now we can get underway and get this LS started. We can get this LS started. Yeah. I haven't done a video. I have started a video on this motor or engine for brother. So I just got to pull that cam sensor out. I'll leave him in the crank in it, because it's got to balance it. So I'll probably get them to chemically clean the whole lot. Have a look at that cam bearing. They take a beating in these things. So we'll get it all chemically cleaned, get the crank and rods and everything balanced in it, get it honed. We'll give them the cam as well, because I've got a set of cam bearings to go in it. So that, hopefully I can get that in there today and get that started. Yeah, anyway, time to get back onto this old girl. I need to get this shoulder body on, see if we can get it started. Alrighty, back into it. Up an ECU when you haven't hooked the power up to the battery or to the starter motor wire. Duh. God. Alright, let's get it. Righty. Third go lucky, or however many times I've done it. Righto. So I should be able to just hit the button. Everything should come on. That's come on. Still no friggin' lights on the ECU. What the hell? Oh, because I got it all unplugged. I'm going to the pub. I've had enough. Alright. Button. Button. Hey, we got lights! We got a HTech! Ha ha! Pretty happy with that. The dash is still doing what it used to do. Sun's got some fuel in it. Oil pressure's negative 15. So now I've got to calibrate or get into that ECU with the computer and get it all sorted out. But we might do that tomorrow because it's do that tomorrow. It's Saturday tomorrow. And it's Friday and it's just gone 3 o'clock and I'm sure all the boys are waiting for me at the pub. I'm near positive. So I'm going to pack this up and go and have a beer and we'll be back in it tomorrow. Woohoo! I'm a bit happy. There you go. I told you they'd be all waiting for me. I've been here all this morning configuring this ECU. Got that sorted. Trav's turned up. How you going, brother?
Good man, good.
Just had to go and do a nervous wee, didn't I, Trav? So I've set the timing. We've just sprayed a bit of carby cleaner down here, no injectors. We're going to kick it in the gutsy of that and see what it does. I'm fucking shitting myself. I shouldn't be, but I am. Let's see what happens. Woohoo! Did you see that water spit up?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was just water off the belt. Hey, it's going to run, Trav. Give me 5. Still shitting myself, but I think it was just water off the belt, wasn't it?
yeah, something off the belt.
Oh, righty. So, Trav and I have mucked around with it. We hooked the injectors up and we didn't film it. Stupid us. We tried to fire it up and it coughed and spluttered and tried to run. We didn't give it any throttle, we just wound it over. So we gave it some throttle and it sort of tried to start and it was poop, 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 like running on about fucking 2-3 cylinders, wasn't it, Trav? And it wouldn't start. And then we noticed there's fucking transmission fluid pissing out of trans lines everywhere. I forgot to do one up. So I put it up in the air and then I've noticed it's coming up on the computer saying trigger error on it. So I'm not 100% sure. But I've had enough today. We got it to fire. I might actually leave it till Monday and ring the boys at HTech and just get them to run their eye over all my settings in the ECU, make sure I've got everything correct and go from there before we go too much further. Anyway, probably time to go and have a beer, Trav, you think?
Yep, let's get on it.
Alright then, let's do it. Been on the phone to the HTech boys. I'm not sure if you can tell that they helped me out. She runs. They got it going for me. It was a bit of a stuff around. There was a couple of little settings I had wrong. Sorry about the croaky voice, guys. There's a couple little settings I had wrong in there. One was the wideband. He said we got an issue with one of the brand new fucking wideband sensors is open circuited. So I'll pull the one out of the Statesman and I'll put that in it. And I'll talk to TPI. They can get me another one. What else? So I had to fix that up. Oh, and also what I hadn't told the ECU where I was picking up the CAN bus for the dash and everything, and he just fixed that up. And it was very minor stuff, and then we tried to fire it up and it was coughing and spluttering and carrying on, and we got to the stage where we thought he'd done a lot of messing about. He was really good. Fernando had HTech, excellent, and then he said, let's check the plugs, and I pulled the plugs out, and they were just caked, and they were wet and looking like shit. So I chucked another set of plugs in it, and I rang back. I got Brad this time, and he was very helpful too. Thank you, Brad. Thanks to all that team at HTech. Excellent. They probably spent, what is the time? Let me tell you how long they've been on the phone to me for. 3/4 an hour, without hesitation. Absolutely brilliant, them guys at HTech. So we were worried about the fuel pressure sensor. It looks like this one I've got in it was only reading 30, so it may have been, we're not sure if it's calibrated wrong or it's a bung or a faulty sensor. Quite possibly the bloody, it's because it's just a non-generic sensor. So I'll put it back in and see what it's reading now. He did have a fiddle with it. So that's all done. Let's hit the key and show you guys. Oh, hang on. Got to get the key. There we go. How's that? There's our fuel pressure. A little bit low, I might bring that up a bit. But listen to it. It's running. I'm absolutely stoked. It's got a shitload of oil pressure. I'm wondering if that oil pressure is wrong. The gauge is wrong. I'm not 100% sure. So. Bit backfiring. Anyway, it runs, guys. I'm pretty happy. I better put a tube on that. Kind of spitting coolant in it. Well, it's not coolant, it's only got water in it. But there we are. The old girl's going again. You fucking beauty! Absolutely stoked, I am. Absolutely stoked. I'm a pretty happy camper. Everything looks pretty good. I've got to fix that wideband, so I'll get that working. I do have a brand new oil pressure switch there for it. It's an LS2 oil pressure switch, so I've got to do a little bit of work and swap that over, but I have a brand new one there. So now I know it's all working. I've got to put that in. That's it there. So I'll put that in. I've got to change the terminals on it, but that's okay. Nothing but a work won't help. Not shy of doing a bit of work, but you know what? It's running. I'm a happy camper. You ripper! Just put me LS2 oil pressure gauge in, sender, and it's come down to 68, 69. I'm pretty happy with that. The engine's not hot, 48 degrees. It'll come down a little bit more, but pretty happy with that. You beauty! There you go, guys. That's probably going to do it for this episode. I'm so stoked. The girl's running again. A little bit more work to do. I've got to get the air cleaner sorted out, make that fit on and clear. And then I've got to do a bonnet, and I reckon Mick and I might take it for a cruise. We'll see how we go. Alrighty. Well, thank you for coming along, watching. It's been a great episode. I was a little bit disappointed. Not real disappointed on Saturday. It didn't start. It started, but it wouldn't run. And I'm just wondering if it wasn't those plugs from the word go. They're the original plugs out of the original motor, the blown 871 motor. But anyway, we've chucked some other TR6s in it that I had there that we took out off the dyno, and runs like a ripper. Okay, absolutely stoked. If you haven't subscribed, please jump on and subscribe, hit the bell, share with your friends, and we'll see you next time. Cheers!